Hey, this week Nifty has shown some good recovery on the daily chart, but intraday chart is telling something different. On one side, weekly structure is improving, but on the other side, option chain Bank Nifty is showing some sort of cautious signal. Now the question is very simple. Is this particular movement what is happening? It is really a breakout, or the market will be nearing to some of the resistance zone which are having it. So today we are going to decode all of those in this particular video. Now in today's video, we are going to talk about Nifty chart. We are going to discuss about the Bank Nifty chart. We are going to talk about some of the FII activity and some of the important resistance support areas and some of the key triggers which are there which can move the market. So those are the things which we are going to discuss in this particular video. But before jumping into the video, I'll suggest you to like, share, and subscribe to this particular video and this particular channel so that you will be getting the notification as soon as the new videos are uploaded. But this is the way how it looks like. So currently Nifty it is at around 24,271, and on the daily chart we can clearly see the Nifty has recovered from the the lower zone. So if I go to daily chart, can you see here? Once upon a time it had gone down sharply, and what is happening right now? It is trying to recover from the the zone wherein it was earlier, right? So we are able to see some of the good recovery on the daily chart. However, the lower area is something like 23,000, and these are the areas from where it started recovering, and it is moving to very important resistance zone. Now, why I'm calling it as a resistance zone? Because if you observe closely on the daily chart, this is the place from where the last time it has come down, and again here also it has come down sharply. So this is like a sort of resistance area which Nifty is forming. See here, this particular candle, it is a very strong candle, right? So price is trying to move above the previous consolidation area. That's the overall thing how it looks like. In the morning, market is coming and it is doing the gap up. But unfortunately, after doing the gap up, it is not sustaining and it is coming down. So some profit booking we are able to see. Similarly, if I go over here also on 2nd of July, what happened? It has gone crazy gap up, and then it could not sustain and it came down. So basically what I'm going to say is some of the profit bookings are happening. These are the things which are happening on the 5 minutes and the 15 minutes chart, because the market is not fully weak, but it is also not very far from the resistance area. Now, if I go to the weekly chart, the Nifty is trying to recover from the sharp correction which was seen in the market. If you observe sharp correction from the top, and it is trying to recover from those areas, but the broader structure is still on the recovery phase. So I will say currently, I will not say bullish momentum. It is trying to recover from the areas wherever it was, it has formed the base. So these are the areas, something like 24,300. These are the marks. 24,300 to 24,400 could be working like a resistance for Nifty. Now, if I go and see the other resistance where it is around 24,500. Right, 24,500, 24,600, and the last one is around 24,600. So the resistance zones are 24,300 to 24,400. That's what we have seen here. Then where 24,600, and if we go up above this, then we are having one of the gap area which is available inside the Nifty, which is somewhere around 25,000. So these are the three key areas where Nifty might move. We just need to look into in terms of the resistance area. Gap up opening was there, so somewhere around 24,200, we might, it might work as a support. Now, if I come down this area, 24,000 is one of the area which is also a psychological number, right? So this area can also work like a support. And of course, if you come down, this 23,800. So these are the three important areas where Nifty is trying to, get the support. What I'm telling is 24,300 to 24,400. Then what will happen? We might see some of the improvement in the structure, because if it will be going above it, you will be able to see some of the higher high and higher low sort of structure. It will start forming, and we might see some of the movement only and only if it will go above this level, which is nothing but 24,500 level. Open the Nifty Bank chart, and especially if I go to the daily chart, again, what happened? Nifty Bank is looking more stronger than Nifty. If you observe earlier, when I was talking about Nifty, market has come down. I mean, Nifty had come down, but still Nifty is trying to, get the base and going up. But Bank Nifty, what happened? It has come down and it has already moved so much from the area of the recovery zone. So clearly what is happening? Bank Nifty is looking more stronger than Nifty. Now on the 15 minutes chart, let's open the 15 minutes chart. What is happening? So if I open the 15 minutes chart, almost what is Nifty is looking very much sideways. So if I just show you 15 minutes chart, what is happening? This is the place where the sideways movement is available, and here also. So not much movement in Bank Nifty on 15 minutes chart. If I open the 5 minutes chart also, it is almost similar to the 15 minutes wherein the sideways movement. But one of the key concept what we can see here is Nifty has come down and it is trying to recover from the places wherein, where is the form, it has formed the base sort of formation. So until clear strength doesn't come, structure looks like consolidation. And we can talk about the mild positive bias. So I'll not say too much of positiveness, but mild positiveness, which we can see. Why? Because if you see here, after coming down, it is trying to recover from the places where it was, especially on the 5 minutes charts. Now, to monthly, what happened is DII on negative side and DII on the positive side. So DII are the one who is giving the strength to the market on the monthly basis. If you see here, since last 5 months, DII are always be positive. But on last 5 months, the flip side is the FII are all negative. So the balancing is happening wherein DII is trying to get the market momentum and it is trying to form the base. Okay, so this is about the monthly FII DII. If I go to the weekly FII DII, what is happening? Since last 3 weeks, we are able to see the FII are positive on the weekly basis, wherein DII are 1 week they were positive and another 2 weeks they were negative. So it is having a very small sort of signal which is being seen that DII are coming back. Again, it is very important. We just need to watch out till the confirmed signal, but it is little bit of signal which we can see wherein DII are coming back. Because if you see, observe in earlier weeks, it was completely negative, right? But now what is happening? DII are coming back, so which is a good sign. And if I go to daily, what happened for the FII DII activity? So 3rd of July, we have seen again positivity inside the FII activity, and DII have sold. So it is clearly telling that FII they are just trying to test the patience, and mostly they are coming back. And whenever the FII usually turns back, what happens? Most of the time, market moves really well. So that is very, very interesting fact that FII are continually buying, in terms of the weekly basis, but market sentiment will improve only and only when the more FII will come. Okay. Now, because one day buy is not enough here. They have to buy for more and more days. Then only we will be able to see some of the big movement. Now, there are some of the important trigger which might happen in market for the next week, especially. So you got to watch out for the US Fed and global rate commentary. Bond yield, whenever it rises, what happens? The emerging market like India, they can see the pressure. Secondly, we got to look into the crude oil movement also. As you know that OPEC Plus has announced some of the adjustment data for August, but be very careful because crude oil remains really, really sensitive right now. And why it is really sensitive? Because of the global supply and geopolitical tension which are happening currently inside the crude oil space. Now, especially the inflation, the rupee, and the market sentiment. So these are the 3 pointers where we have to look into from the crude oil perspective. Now, third one, very important thing, the geopolitical tension, what is happening currently. So recent report shows that oil prices have, it has calmed down because of the easing of whatever the US-Iran things are happening. But any sudden spike in crude can quickly impact the stock market, especially in India. So be very careful. The fourth one, Q1 earning sessions are live right now. So there are so many companies which are going to publish their Q1 results, which can impact specific moment we will be able to observe. We are discussing, these are not recommendations, these are for the educational level. Now, today's learning concept, what we are going to discuss is called multi-frame analysis. Now, how many of you have seen whenever you look into the chart, 5 minutes chart looks different, or 10 minutes chart look different. Sometimes when you look into the chart in 5 minutes, it is looking super bullish. But when you go to 1 day chart or maybe 1 week chart, the chart looks different. 5 minutes it is showing bullishness. 1 day or 2 day or maybe 5 day chart or maybe 1 week chart or maybe 1 month chart, it is showing the bearishness. So what I'm going to say is, whenever you are doing the multi-frame analysis, we must observe the behavior based on the time frame which you are seeing. Okay, something like if you want to look into the movement from the short-term perspective, I believe 15 minutes is the one which will give us the better idea. If you are looking for the intraday sort of thing, then 5 minutes will give us the better idea. And if you are looking from the mid-term and short-term perspective, 1 day or daily chart or maybe weekly chart will give us the better idea. So choosing the time frame of the stock is very, very important. So from now onwards, whenever you are doing any of the analysis, first what you have to do, you got to choose the time frame, because when higher time frame and lower time frame, there will be some mismatch. That's where you will be in trouble. So whenever both are in sync, it is absolutely fine. But when there is mismatch, it will be in trouble if you are not choosing the time frame. Okay. Now let's have a quick summary. Very simple. Nifty is showing recovery, but 24,300 to 24,400 is a key resistance level. Bank Nifty is near around 58,000, so need some follow up so that it can move upside. Currently it looks side. Eye is on Nifty, whether it will sustain or it is going to break down. So please like, share and subscribe to this particular channel. Thank you so much for watching this particular video, and happy investment, happy trading, happy learning, and happy trading.